Bazooka menta con vos en todas. Hey guys, welcome to the show. My name is Jeff, and today we have another review. And I know this is Bazooka bubblegum, but this is actually an Argentinian product. So this is part of my Argentinian candy review series. And it's a gum. It's a gum that people know and love. And yet it is distinctly different than what I'm used to. So, hey everyone, my name is Jeff. I do reviews of candy and not usually gum, but I just came across this and I thought it was interesting. I've been doing a series of reviews on Argentinian candies and treats and sweets and stuff like that, mostly alfajores and things like that. But I picked up a few other chocolate bars, and somehow this ended up in the bag of stuff. It's Bazooka, like Bazooka bubblegum that we maybe know in, where I live in Canada or in the United States, from the Topps company. Yeah, it originally came with was it baseball cards, football cards, probably baseball, back in the 40s. And, then it became famous. I would say that the world has kind of moved on from Bazooka, but that's okay. It's still around, and it has a great place in sort of the history of candy and certainly gum. But yeah, it's sort of an interesting product. And in Argentina, as it is with other things, the product still, I think, perhaps has a bigger prominence. Bazooka mint is not a flavor that I am familiar with. That's kind of the biggest thing I would say here. So this is still just a little piece of, like, a slab of bubble gum, just like regular size that you might be used to. Bazooka menta, the size is 4 grams. Sin TACC, that's gluten free. That's the Argentinian gluten-free logo, menta. And it comes in Argentina, it comes in tutti frutti, mint, and banana. At least that's what I believe that's what the product line is, the flavor line is. Tutti frutti is the one that's designed like you might know, with the red on the top and the blue on the bottom, like the classic Bazooka packaging. So I think that is technically bubblegum flavor, although I've had Tutti Fruttis that definitely do not taste like bubblegum, like Tutti Frutti flavoring in other candies. But I'm going to suggest, based on aesthetics, that the Bazooka Tutti Frutti is what I would call Bazooka bubblegum flavored. Unless maybe it's a different flavor. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments below. This is slightly different packaging. Even the Bazooka here looks more like balloons, like the font does. But essentially, it's a mint bazooka. And in a way, at first I heard that, I'm like, oh, that's weird. But then, like, what am I talking about? Mint gum is like pretty common. In fact, it may be more common than, bubblegum flavored bubblegum. I think gum, like, had a real big moment, and then it was done. Oh, is there a comic in here? So Bazooka, one of the sort of things about Bazooka is that they were famous for having comic strips, with Bazooka Joe in particular. And then they don't. And now they don't. I mean, you can still find sort of retro versions of it every once in a while. They come out with them, but I don't know that the comics are, like, guaranteed to be included in them. So this is the Bazooka mint comic book. Here's Bazooka Joe with the eye patch, but unfortunately, guys, I don't speak Spanish, so I am not gonna know what this means. But I'm gonna put it up here, and maybe I'll try and run a translation, and and I'll put that in the description below. So this is 65 of 80. Collect them all. Okay. So hopefully that all makes sense to you, and it is hilarious. Looks like Bazooka Joe is like talking about this dinosaur or monster of some kind. Amazing. Here, question. Does anyone know why Bazooka Joe has an eye patch? Like, isn't he a kid? What happened, man? What happened? Maybe this is why Bazooka is more popular in Argentina because of the comics. I know Argentinians have, like, as a comic nerd myself, when I was there, I picked up some comic books. I know that Argentinians love comics. There's bookstores everywhere in Argentina, and so maybe it's the comics. They have a rich history of loving comic books. So perhaps that's part of it. But why don't we just get into this now? This is the gum. I'm not sure when this originated, but Bazooka did have flavors. They may have come out in the late 40s, but over the 50s and 60s in particular, they did have varying flavors. People were trying out all sorts of things. Let's just try this. Not terribly difficult to rip in half. Kind of a peppermint flavor. Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. That's kind of refreshing, in fact. I'll say this, in my last review of Bazooka, so I don't normally review gum. Over the years that I've been running this channel, I have reviewed some gum here and there. Bazooka is one that I have reviewed because, it really skews into there's a huge play factor. There's a big sort of historical factor. It was one that I wanted to ensure that I did review at some point. So it looks like I reviewed it. I looked it up about 6 years ago. And I said at the time that I felt like Bazooka had kind of passed its moment. And that despite the nostalgia factor that some old people may feel about it, even me, I'm a, young Gen Xer myself. So I'm cusping millennial. And I would say I've got some nostalgia for this, but I bet kids who, adults who were kids in the 70s or even earlier, kids in the 60s, I bet they'd have a huge fondness for this, a major nostalgia factor. The mint flavor? I don't know. Maybe if you grew up in Argentina. One thing I don't love about Bazooka, and I think this is the same about the original bubblegum flavor as well, or perhaps it's Tutti Frutti. It's a little hard at the start, but if you think about Bazooka gum, like a gum that comes with your standard baseball cards. Sorry, guys. I do actually remember this. That was even when I was a kid. Gum did come in baseball card packs. Or I guess here in Canada it would have been, hockey card packs or whatever. But you get the idea. Gum was included. It was the gimmick that Topps came up with. I think Topps came up with it. Anyway, the kind of gum that needs to be in those kind of packs, when you get it, it borderline feels like it's stale, But you don't care because you're a kid. That's how this works. You chew it a little bit and it's okay. I will say that this flavoring is nice. I kind of like it. I'm not a massive gum person. And I don't think gum is as popular as it was. I don't think kids eat gum anymore. There's so much other candy out there that I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are some kids who eat gum, yes, who chew gum, but I don't think that it's a major thing like it was back in the day. So this tastes fine, but I don't know that there's really a place for it in in today's world. I guess maybe if this is whatever, a dime, quarter. I don't know how much this cost. It's nice that you can buy it individually, I guess. I guess that's a good thing. I do appreciate the comic. That's cute, fun. But would I rather have this or would I rather have some, crazy new flavored, Trident that's on the market? Or on the other end of it, if I'm just interested in the fun factor, I'm probably not getting mint flavor for one thing. If I'm just interested in the fun factor, I know it's not as popular now, but you can still find Bubblicious I don't think you can find Hubba Bubba in Canada. I do think it's still available in the States, but I don't think that's available here in Canada. But you can still find Bubblicious. Go for the actual kid flavored ones. That's what I would say. So for me, this is kind of a meh. I still don't think that this serves a major purpose. I don't think it necessarily fits with the other stuff. Like if you want a more serious mint, whatever gum, get your, there's other things on the market, including mints. Like mints themselves had a major, moment. Even that's kind of past though. But if you want more fun, I think there are better things on that side of the spectrum too. So this is pretty middling, I'd say. It's not bad. It's just there's nothing that would draw me into a Bazooka mint in particular. I don't think a Bazooka in general in particular. Still love the comics, still respect its place in history, but I'm going to have to rate the Bazooka Menta, I'm going to rate it a 3 out of 5. Like I said, it's not terrible, but even after whatever this has been, 5 minutes of chewing, it's already pretty much lost all its flavor. So that should tell you something as well. Anyway, that's my take. What do you guys think? Do you guys like Bazooka? Do you hate it? Do you agree that there are better things on the market for whatever you're trying to get at out of your gum? And is this funny? I don't know. I'll look it up and I'll try and put something in the description below. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.